Good evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguwele. The Niger State Police Command has confirmed the remaining batch of the abducted students of the St. Mary's Catholic School, Papri, has been released by their abductors. Police PRO, Niger State Command, Wasiu Abiodun says a total number of 130 victims, including the staff, were released. Meanwhile, Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has applauded the rescue of the abducted students, confirming that not a single pupil is left in captivity. He sympathized with parents of the pupils and expresses federal government's delight at this courageous effort by the nation's security forces to protect the Nigerian people as we celebrate Christmas and the New Year. And following that development, reports just reaching us says the remaining 130 pupils and staff of St. Mary's Catholic School, Papri, in Niger State have been handed over to the Niger State government, which will facilitate their reunion with their parents. The children and their teachers, who have spent 32 days in captivity, were rescued following coordinated operations of the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Department of State Security Services, and the Armed Forces. Our correspondent, Hussaina Musa, is standing by to give us updates at the situation right now. Hussaina, can you hear me?
Okay. For now, the children are undergoing medical check at the government house. It will be after then that they will proceed to Kontagora to go and meet the proprietor of the school, where their parents are waiting to reunite with their children.
All right, Hussaina. Going by that, were you able to speak to anyone there on ground to give us insight more on the situation?
Oh, there is nobody right now to give us an insight. They've denied the media entry into where the children are undergoing medical check. They didn't allow us interview them, and even the teachers, they didn't allow the teachers communicate with us. They said we can only do that maybe when they go back to their various homes.
Right, thank you very much, Hussaina, for that update. Of course, we'll monitor development as they unfold. Thank you. We flip to other issues. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has commenced interactions with community security personnel on a special security operation in Okunland to restore peace in the area. Ajibola Christopher will tell us more.
Worried about the terrorist activities in part of Kogi State, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo met the community security personnel to ensure the protection of lives and property, as well as to checkmate influx of bandits terrorizing Yagbaland.
The influx of these criminals, some of our farmers could not access their farmland. And if we continue to fold our arms, waiting for them to leave our land, they will not leave. If they think they can come and displace us, it's a lie. So we are battle ready to take fight to them. And I want to appreciate Mr. President for his support at all time. He has given me the marching order to make sure we clear them out of our land. He's making an effort to end this issue of insecurity.
Leader of the Special Operation Team, who is also the special advisor to the governor on solid minerals, Ashuru Shegun, comment.
We are ready to take the battle to them. We cannot allow anybody to come and take our state from us. We cannot allow anybody to come from anywhere to just come and be killing our children. We can no longer go to our farms again. Even like the mineral department, because of that, nobody can go to the site again. We can no longer take this.
The special operation theme is drawn from Yagba West, Yagba East, and Mopamuro local government areas of Kogi State. Ajibola Christopher, NT News.
From the Judiciary, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, is urging adherence to international standards as Senate amends Terrorism Act, prevention and prohibition to a prescribed death sentence on kidnapping banditry and related crimes. At a public hearing on the bill, while some lawmakers pointed that punitive measures must be in place to deter would-be offenders, the minister and some stakeholders were of the view that capital punishment may not serve the purpose.
I believe we must be cautious not to adopt a policy that, while emotionally satisfying, may prove counterproductive to our ultimate goal of a safer Nigeria. From a critical perspective, or a tactical perspective, it is our view that the proposal to include the death penalty for convicted terrorists should be viewed because it inadvertently facilitates the martyrdom trap.
Terrorism addresses three critical elements. There is the ideological dimension, there is the political dimension, and the mass intimidation dimension. And any definition of terrorism that goes beyond this framework is not consistent with international global dimensions regarding this definition.
We also propose that the mandatory death penalty be replaced with a discretionary sentencing regime, including life imprisonment or death in aggravated cases.
You are at liberty as lawyers to, in the open, defend a murderer, and you go home and sleep. I, as a senator, when somebody from my constituency is killed by a kidnapper, and they see the person walking freely, or he goes to court, and the court asks him to go and spend 5 years, 10 years in prison, meanwhile their loved ones have been killed. Our people do not understand that as justice.
This is what we're going through. We don't need a foreign country to help us. We have opportunity to help ourselves. So let us look at that and see the possibility of bringing legislations that will also aid in addressing some of these issues.
Chairman of the Joint Committee on Judiciary, National Security and Intelligence, as well as Interior, Adigbomimir Ayodele SAN, said all submissions will be assessed on merit.
View of the sponsor of the bill that if capital punishment is meted out to whoever is found culpable, then it will stem the tide. We have listened to the positions for and against, and as the Senate, we will go back in our own committee and read all these memoranda, consider all the points, and make our recommendations to the Senate as a body.
Submissions were also made on the bill that seeks to reform legal practice in Nigeria. The Supreme Court has intervened in the dispute between the National Universities Commission, Zain Communications Networks and a media outfit TV Extra Productions over the ownership of an educational program, University Challenge. The appeal was filed by TV Extra Productions seeking to enforce his copyright to the educational TV show. The NUC, in its opposition to the claims, argued that TV Extra's claims had no merit, as their TV show only mimicked a similar television program abroad.
The notice of appeal has not been filed, and it is after the notice of appeal has been filed and we see the argument in their brief of argument, then we will now be able to assess properly to tell you whether the appeal is proper or not.
Our notice of appeal has been exhibited. It was exhibited before the court granted us this list. So we are going to file our notice of appeal based on that notice of appeal we exhibited before this court.
In another development, the Apex Court has ruled that issues of political party leadership in Nigeria remain internal affairs of the parties concerned. This was when it delivered judgment in the appeal filed by INEC, rejecting the list of national leaders presented to it by the Social Democratic Party.
He has the right to change his leadership. He has the right to authorize the national chairman, the acting national chairman, and acting national secretary to sign for the party. They dismissed the appeal.
The judgment now upholds the powers of the SDP to field candidates for elections without interference. 150 out-of-school girls are currently, receiving civic education as part of the federal government plans to ensure that over 1 million, out-of-school children across the country return to the mainstream education system. Ayomiku Ajibola reports.
On the 4 walls of classroom where they were taught the rudiment of learning, which include how to read, write and speak good English, these 150 out-of-school girls, among whom are 14 years old Feromi Idris from Kwara State, 19 years old Katun Ilya from Kano State, and Elizabeth Emmanuel from Akwa Ibom, were also equipped with employable skills through the Tinubu Legacy Skills Training Institute for Almajiri and out-of-school children.
If I can learn this in normal shop, it will cost a lot of money. But me being here, not even spending any money,
and I can do some other skill like fashion designer.
Message for the out-of-school children is for them to also come to this place to come and achieve what I've also achieved.
This initiative reaffirms the federal government dedication to remain steadfast in supporting a policy framework that promotes inclusive and equitable learning opportunities, ensuring no child is left behind.
I have never come across Nigerians that are as talented as those out-of-school children and as promising as those girls. So if this is replicated across all the 36 states of the Federation, that will give us the ability of producing Nigerians that will contribute to the growth of the GDP.
Upon completion of the 9-month program at the Tinubu Legacy Skills and Training Institute, the girls, according to him, will qualify to continue their formal education. In Ibadan, Ayomiku Ajibola, NTA News.
For decades, the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway has served as a major economic lifeline, linking Anambra State to other parts of the southeast. But years of neglect turned this vital corridor into a nightmare for motorists and travelers. This child, however, presents a renewed relief as rehabilitation work on the Anambra section intensifies, raising hopes of smoother and safer journeys. Let's hear from Joy Iluegbo.
Sea border to Okuzu-Onitsha bound, construction equipment and workers are pushing round the clock to ensure the expressway is motorable before the festive rush. The rehabilitation involves pavement straightening, asphalt overlay, drainage repairs and fixing of failed sections that have caused gridlock and accidents over the years. For road users, the impact is already being felt.
Before, we find it difficult to go to Onitsha, but now you can see the road is being constructed and it's making our movement very easy for us. So I am very happy for Mr. President.
They are doing a nice work. I wish they would complete before Christmas.
As Christmas approaches, relief is in sight for road users and the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway is steadily reclaiming its place.
Some sections have been completed from 43 to 46, Enugu bound, completed. And then from 38 to 30, Onitsha bound. The section completed will be open for Christmas.
Beyond the festive season, the rehabilitation of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway is expected to boost regional trade and strengthen economic activities across the region. In Oka, Joy Iluegbu, NTA News.
To escape the traffic gridlock in Lagos, we hear many Lagosians are now taking advantage of the water transportation to several routes along the coastlines of the state. And with the spike in commercial activities, movement along the waterways we hear has also increased. Let's hear from Joel Papola.
The experiences of road users in Lagos traffic is gradually shifting attention of commuters to water transportation, and this, experts say, has increased its popularity among Lagos residents. For instance, a journey that will have lasted about 2 hours on the road will not take up to 30 minutes by boat. Apapa, Ikorodu, Badore, Port Novo in Benin Republic are some of the popular routes at the Niwa Jetty in CMS. Passengers say the cost of transportation is affordable and in some cases cheaper when compared to road transport.
Considering that I'm coming from Apapa, I will have to go through Ijora. From Ijora, I'll link up to CMS to this place. But this took me from my office to the jetty, just about 5 minutes, and then to this place another 5 minutes.
I feel like we could do better in terms of marine transportation because Lagos has a lot of water bodies surrounding
Korodu to the island. It's fantastic. You actually reduce the carbon footprint of Lagos because, transportation on the water will produce less emissions than your typical cars.
The National Inland Waterways Authority is ensuring adherence to safety with the compulsory use of life jackets, speed limit, and other measures to maintain decorum and standards. In Lagos, Joel Okbola, NTA News.
All right, let's join Joel Popola live now, who is standing by to give us situation report. Joel, from your report, we hear routes along the coastline has intensified as movement, increased. But what's the situation you're gathering?
Routes. At this period in Lagos, the traffic congestion you saw in that report is now at its peak. And the most viable alternative at this critical time is the waterways, the water channels, the coastline. And a lot of smart Lagosians are taking advantage of this. Those who don't want to spend 2-3 hours in the typical Lagos traffic, they are now using the waterways, especially to places like Ikorodu, Sabo, Kogi, Takwa Bay, and even as far as Benin Republic, Port Novo in Benin Republic. The cost of a boat trip to Port Novo in Benin Republic here is 11,000. And a lot of Lagosians are indeed taking advantage of the smooth ride on the water channels as against staying for 3 hours, losing man hours in traffic. And what they are now saying is that they want more of these boats. They want more of these comfortable boats that will help them to beat the traffic. And also, apart from the speed of the boats, that is the pace of the boats, another major advantage is the cost of transportation and the cost of maintenance generally when you compare road transportation with water transportation. Water transportation has that advantage in terms of running costs, cost of maintenance, the ease of getting to where you are, and also the reduction in carbon emission. We all know what we do experience on the road in terms of the carbon emission, and the fact that Nigeria is also a signatory to the Paris Agreement and they are cutting down carbon emission. The water transportation offers a lot of advantage in this regard. Lagosians are indeed ready, especially this youthful period, to take advantage of this, and they are calling for more public enlightenment to those.
Okay, we lost signal there from Joel Popola giving us situation report on how Lagosians are taking advantage of the routes along the coastline. But of course, safety first is also of crucial concern. I see Joel wearing his life jacket, so he's safe. So we're still staying in Lagos, but we're getting to the studio now to join Awal Yusuf Jibo. He'll pick up with some reports from his end. Hello, Awal.
Thank you and welcome to Lagos. Commuters in Lagos have been grappling with heightened traffic congestion, making it essential to understand the city's traffic dynamics for safer, more efficient travel. While heavy traffic in the metropolis is often unavoidable, residents say non-compliance with traffic regulations and inadequate planning significantly increase risks. Adejoke Odeka completes the report.
The large population of Lagos is a contributory factor to the heavy traffic the state is known for. Recklessness on the part of some drivers, ignorance of highway codes, and overspeeding, which often causes accidents, poor traffic management, and varying weather conditions, among other factors, commuters say lead to traffic congestion this period.
Some people don't adhere to the safety driving rules and these buses and but still I just think it's majorly the alternative routes, because most times when you see traffic, when you get to the front, you don't see anything causing it at the end of the day. So it's just that everybody's just trying to fit into one place at one time.
I'm supposed to close by 3:30 or 4. I'm going home now just because I don't want to face the traffic. The last one I did day before yesterday, I reached out around 12 o'clock.
It's because of the Christmas. So
know how with traffic.
The traffic control is not so good. All these boys parking people along the road, allowing people to load at the point they don't supposed to load. That is what I found out that is the major cause of the traffic in Lagos.
Lagos drivers say the traffic drives up transportation costs.
From Obalende to Yanoworo, sometimes it takes 4 to 5 hours because of what? The road is not wide enough. Passengers are really complaining about the price of the downfall. Look at where we are loading here now. In the evening time, we load 115. The Agboro will collect 5,005 from us.
Bad road. Most especially Ikorodu road. Mostly when there is rain. As the Lagos state government advances its road infrastructure development efforts, all road users are urged to exercise patience, obey traffic regulations, and plan their journeys effectively to minimize congestion and promote safety. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
Protection of Nigeria's territorial waters depends largely on the strength of its naval assets and expertise of the naval dockyard, which is responsible for shipbuilding and maintenance of other naval assets. Consistent performance of these duties attracted accolades at the end of the year party and award night to reward achievements recorded in year 2025. Through a popular report that Zonal Director NTA Lagos Network Center Evelyn Nwosu was recognized for putting the Navy on the front burner in the outgoing year.
These are the unsung heroes who work round the clock to guarantee security of Nigeria's maritime domain. The Naval Dockyard Limited, largely responsible for shipbuilding and maintenance, has become synonymous with excellence, and their dedication to duty against all odds is worthy of celebration. Without further ado, it was time to showcase and reward excellence with distinguished officers and staff in various departments of Naval Dockyard Limited rewarded with gifts and recognition awards. The awards were in various categories, which are departmental awards, long service awards to reward perseverance and dedication to service, while the best civilian and ratings of the year were also celebrated. Zonal Director NCA Lagos Network Center Evelyn Nwosu was among dignitaries specially recognized. The reward for hard work is more hard work, and this is what the Commandant Armed Forces Resettlement Center Oshodi once replicated in year 2026.
If every Nigerian can focus on the positivity, like we witnessed today in this dockyard, how a group of Nigerians sat together and have built ships from scratch to finish, you will understand that there is need for everybody to join hands together to build a new Nigeria.
Our Chief of the Naval Staff already has very high expectations for us in the new year, particularly because the Nigerian Navy will be turning 70. We have certain targets regarding completion of some construction projects.
For the Nigerian Television Authority Lagos Network Center, the symbiotic relationship with the Naval Dockyard will be sustained.
When you realize that somebody appreciates the little you are doing, it gives you strength to do more. We definitely will do more because there's a whole lot of things to do together in the coming year.
The expectation is for all officers to double their efforts in year 2026. Lagos, Joel Bukbola, NTA News.
And those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide continues in our Sokoto Network Center.
To have you join us in Sokoto. Governor Dauda Lawal has launched a conflict prevention crisis response and resilience program in Zamfara State. A €5.1 million program funded by the European Union aims to strengthen stability and resilience in conflict-affected communities in the state. Jamil Ibrahim has more.
The Conflict Prevention Crisis Response and Resilience Program is a European Union-funded initiative in Nigeria targeting communities in Katsina and Zamfara states. The program is implemented by the International Organization for Migration, MASICO, and the Center for Democracy and Development to build peace, reduce violence, and strengthen community resilience through integrated approaches such as livelihood recovery and conflict resolution training. Governor Dauda Lawal launched the 18-month project at the Government House Gusau in the presence of the European Union Ambassador Mr. Gautier Mignot, the International Organization for Migration Chief of Mission Dimanche Sharon, and the IOM Head of Africa Jinna Hesi Katumbakana.
By focusing on early intervention, community level engagement, institutional coordination, and social recovery, the initiative aligns with our development philosophy, which places people, inclusion, and sustainability at the center of governance.
The situation of insecurity and violence, in particular in the northwest of Nigeria, and we know it is difficult to address, in spite of the strong commitment of the federal government, of the state government, and many other stakeholders. And this is why we've come to offer our support through this program.
The project builds on earlier EU-supported peace and reconciliation efforts and aims to directly support more than 95,000 beneficiaries, including internally displaced persons, returnees, host communities, women and youths in 8 local government areas of Katsina and 2 others in Zamfara State. In Gusau, Jamil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The Federal Fire Service Sokoto State Command has intensified its fire safety advocacy by engaging public and private institutions on prevention, preparedness, and effective emergency response. The initiative forms part of a one-day fire safety sensitization program aimed at reducing fire incidents, improving awareness, and strengthening response capacity across workplaces and public facilities. Lalata Abdullahi reports.
Fire outbreaks are among emergencies that often result in the loss of lives and property. This reality prompted this sensitization by the Federal Fire Service Sokoto State Command to educate public and private tertiary institutions. The program is designed to provide practical information on fire prevention, control measures, and ways to reduce the impact of fire outbreaks.
We started with the market fires. We call all this how we discuss about how to remedy the ugly trends. Then we target the financial institutions like banks. Then we did with even customs service. We are there with them, and then now we are targeting high institutions. Not fire to start. We are not willing to start. So even if it starts, so do you know how to arrest it at the initial stage?
In their separate presentations on fire safety, Assistant Superintendents of Fire Samson Philip Ariwa, Awal Mikael, and Mudassir Sani described fire outbreaks as largely preventable through strict adherence to safety guidelines. They emphasized proper housekeeping and workplace orderliness, the safe use of electrical appliances and generators, as well as proper handling and storage of flammable materials as key measures to prevent fire incidents. Participants were taken through practical demonstration of fire extinguishing techniques aimed at equipping them with basic skills to control fire before it spreads. At the end of the workshop, participants were encouraged to share the knowledge gained to serve as fire safety advocates through increased awareness and vigilance so as to significantly reduce fire incidents within the society. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
And those are the news updates from Sokoto. Is now back to Abuja for more on Nationwide.
Thank you very much, Sadia. As the gridlock at Katonkarfe access along Lokoja-Abuja highway persists, an appeal is being made to the federal government to order the contractors handling the road project to open up the road to ensure free flow of traffic during the Yuletide. Our correspondent Solomon Ayedehi, who has been on ground there, reports that the gridlock is far from being over at the moment. Solomon.
At Kotonkarfe along Lokoja-Abuja highway remains chaotic. People are stranded and travel time lost. When they will leave this place, nobody knows.
The thing keep going up every minute, every hour.
Almost 6 hours. The journey of just 1 hour, 30 minutes.
I have an event I needed to attend like tomorrow. But now, I am unable to attend the event because of what is happening here.
Since yesterday, we day here, we never go anywhere.
Now we are even buying pure water, which we used to buy 2 for 15 naira, is now 100 naira here.
3 motor, 4 motor, they want to choke it at the same time. That is what caused this hold up. Our VIPs, let's maintain law and order. If we make this law, we should abide by it.
As commuters and drivers are complaining of loss of travel time, food vendors are smiling to the banks. How is business?
I thank God that the business is okay. Thank God that this hold up that is moving since yesterday. We really thank God. We sell overnight. No stopping.
I don't get 20,000 now since morning. And some people will get more than that.
An appeal has been made by commuters and motorists alike, calling on the federal government to direct contractors to hasten up the construction activities and perhaps open up alternative routes to ensure free flow of traffic throughout this Yuletide period.
Even before now, His Excellency Governor Usman Ododo gave a directive that we worked on that these construction companies should create more alternative route for people to be able to pass. They try their best, but I don't think their best is good enough.
In the next few days, it will be Christmas, and if things are allowed to go on like this, many people may likely sleep on the road. Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
Thank you, Solomon. So if you're planning a trip along that axis, you should have a rethink. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu extends birthday congratulations to Cecilia Adebisi Ugowe, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, as she marks her 90th birthday. In a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president celebrates her as a pioneering figure whose service to the Nigerian police force helped broaden opportunities for women. As she marks this significant milestone, President Tinubu wishes her continued good health, peace and fulfillment. The joy of the season was written all over the faces of wives of military and paramilitary officers in Osun State as the Bola Ahmed Tinubu ideological group empowered them as a show of support for the policies and programs of the Tinubu administration. Kayode Oladosu reports.
It was another gathering of wives of military and paramilitary personnel in Osun State, united not just by service but by support. Over 1,000 women received food items including bags of rice, semovita, spaghetti, yams and other essentials aimed at easing the burden of the Yuletide season.
It's about the support to broadcast his exceptional ability in governance and how he had been able to turn things around.
Mrs. Gloria Luka, leader of the Wives of Military and Paramilitary Association, praised the initiative and applauded President Tinubu's reforms, noting that such support directly impacts the welfare of women and families.
He said it and he do it to empower women in terms of medical, money, giving them loan, and palliative.
It is good to give. If you have, you empower the women, you empower the widow, empower the less privileged.
Also excited for the gift that he gave to us.
There is so much problem. In fact, to the grassroots, Baba have located them.
The Bat ideological group assured beneficiaries that the initiative would be sustained as a contribution to social stability and grassroots development. In Oshogbo, Kayode Oladoshu, NTA News.
The federal government has declared December 25th and 26th as well as January 4th, 2026 public holidays to mark Christmas, Boxing Day and the New Year celebrations. A statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, indicates that the declaration was made on behalf of the federal government by the Minister Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, calling for reflection on the values of love, peace, humility and sacrifice associated with the birth of Jesus Christ. He urges all to use the festive season to pray for peace, security and national progress as they remain, talking about citizens now, law-abiding and security conscious. Let's bring you a sports update. That's next.
Team Nigeria delivered an impressive performance at the 4th Africa Youth Games in Angola, finishing 5th in the medal standings with 22 gold, 8 silver and 11 bronze medals. South Africa led the table for the first time, securing 45 gold, 43 silver and 17 bronze medals, while Algeria claimed second place, followed by Egypt in third. The Africa Youth Games play a crucial role in identifying and nurturing young talent across the continent. Meanwhile, Nigeria is set to kick off their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations campaign against Tanzania on Tuesday in the opening Group C fixture of the 35th edition of the tournament. The Eagles are strong favourites to claim victory, having finished as runners-up in the previous tournament held in Côte d'Ivoire, while Tanzania will be making their 4th AFCON appearance in Morocco and have never made it beyond the group stage.
This is a big game because this is the first game of the AFCON for us, and the first game is very important every time. So we are happy to play this game here in Fes, and for sure we want to win this game.
The spirit in the camp is very high, very energized. This game is very important for us. It is the game that sets the momentum. So the guys are really ready. Everyone is ready, from the players to the staff, and everyone is really focused on this game, which is very important. So it is a game that we are well prepared to win.
And finally, in English Premier League action, Fulham and Nottingham Forest conclude match day 17 on Monday night at Craven Cottage as they compete for 3 points. Both teams currently occupying lower half positions, with Fulham in 15th place with 20 points and Nottingham Forest just below in 16th with 18 points. The match offers both sides a vital chance to improve their standings in the fight for the Premier League survivor. With Sports Update, Omoyemi Unobu, NTA News.
All right, that concludes Nationwide. Thank you for being part of it.